So who would you call if you knew about a story like that last one? You hear us give out that Crime Stoppers number a couple times a week.
Yeah, but the 8667 lockup's just not for crimes against humans. ABC 2 News' Brian Kubler reports how the city's Anti-Animal Abuse Commission is now partnering up with the Crime Stoppers to help stem the tide of animal cruelty right here in our area.
The tail between his legs tells part of the story. His wide eyes and protruding ribs tell the rest.
Oh my gosh. So you're a boy, and you're very, very thin. You're way too thin.
Pop, as the volunteers at Barks call him, was clearly neglected. Severely underweight with sores on his ears, he is unfortunately just one of a constant flow of animals lucky enough to be brought in for a fresh start.
Good girl.
Most of the time, the vet techs here not knowing who or how the animal got that way.
A lot of animal crimes go unreported for the simple reason that animals can't speak. So law enforcement officials have to rely heavily on witnesses to report these crimes.
And now they have an avenue to do just that. Caroline Griffin is the chair to the mayor's Anti-Animal Abuse Advisory Commission, formed after the burning death of a dog named Phoenix back in 2009.
Investigated and prosecuted.
This commission remains the only one of its kind in the nation and has grown since its inception. It now has a devoted officer from the Baltimore City Police Department, a representative from the city state's attorney's office, and now a direct line to Metro Crime Stoppers, a renewed effort to use 8667 lockup to help curb a trend in Baltimore City that went from 18 cases of severe animal cruelty in 2010 to 45 in 2011.
I look back on some of the serious cases that we've had over the past year. There were a number of cats set on fire. There were a number of dogs that appeared to have been victims of dogfighting who were left in abandoned buildings. And arrests have not been made in some of these really horrific cases because witnesses have not come forward. So we think Metro Crime Stoppers may really help law enforcement crack these cases.
Crime Stoppers brings to the table a system that they didn't have before.
Earl Winterling is the president of Crime Stoppers and says while the tip line can always be used for any kind of felony, this renewed relationship could help curb what is often an underreported crime.
They're getting maybe 4 or 5 type of animal cruelty cases in a month. And, you know, once that advertisement goes into play that, hey, you could be eligible for a cash reward up to $2,000, you can remain anonymous, you know, I just envision that the tips to come in even, you know, more.
Because in addition to handling all the tips now, Crime Stoppers will be able to manage all the money that flows into the commission every time there's a high-profile case of animal abuse. They're going to use those donations to more effectively pay out for tips.
I think that it's a really good marriage and they're going to work well together.
Captain Sam Cogan is with the Baltimore City Sheriff's Department and sits on the Anti-Animal Abuse Commission and now the Crime Stoppers Board. He generated this idea and feels there will be a huge payout.
Oh, it's a great partnership. I'm very excited about it because again, it kind of brings in a resource to the commission that we didn't have, and you know, Metro Crime Stoppers is a really good resource to get the information out and to energize the public and to provide cash rewards for people who are reporting animal abuse.
Even in cases like Pop's, which is more of a misdemeanor, tips the commission hopes begin to pour in, preventing or saving animals from abuse or negligence.
Good girl.
In Baltimore City, Brian Kubler, ABC 2 News.